Morning, everybody. Welcome to Angeles Forest Highway. We have discovered that they repaved the road, which is brilliant because this is going to be a good one. But first, housekeeping items. Check it out. Guards red design watch. Looks like a Porsche Tac. Doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Looks like an old Porsche Tac. It's cool. Check them out on Instagram. They sent it to me, and I'm kind of stoked on it, actually. I'm going to keep wearing it for a while. Now, on to car reviews. This is Sean. Thank you for coming down, sir.
No problem.
And this is Sean's B8, that's the current one, Audi S4. Tell me a little bit about your car.
So for performance so far, I'm running the APR Stage 2, also doing their E85 tune.
Okay.
Also, I have the exhaust. I have a Eurocode catless headers, stasis exhaust. I have the Eurocode short shifter, and then also Stage 4 Eurocode lightweight clutch. Suspension-wise, I do have the Bilstein coilovers. I have the Eurocode sway bars and the Eurocode front brace.
So you're pretty much everything.
There's pretty much everything you can think of to this car. Even the P3 gauge to read my E85.
Yeah, that's nice. That's
and then
nice.
my boost to see how much my pulley's working.
Wow. So there's a lot going on in this car.
Pretty much.
And it's clean looking. It's a oh, look at all these traffic here. It is it's got what, 50,000 miles on it. So, did you buy the car new?
No, I bought it used.
Okay.
I bought it with 40,000 miles, and I've had it for a year and a half so far. I don't daily it, just due to from where I work.
This clutch is touchy.
Yeah, it's it took me at least a week to get used to it compared to the stock clutch.
We're going to go up that way because the cars have convinced me that we shouldn't drive right into them. Okay. Well, the shifter is very short. Who makes that shifter?
Eurocode is adjustable too. You can have it high, you can have it short. I preferably short and stiff.
Yeah. Sounds nice. This the steering is very, very light. Car actually, even just after one corner, it kind of feels light on its feet.
Yeah.
Stock brakes?
Yes.
Okay. People are going to complain. They're going to go, why'd you do all that and leave the brakes? The brakes are pretty good on this car, though.
Well, actually, they're not stock. I did the Brembo rotors and then the Bosch pads, but
okay.
They're not like a big brake kit.
Yeah, but that should be sufficient to resist fade. Oh. It rides nice. It's not too bumpy. This road is good and smooth, but let's see. Oh. So how much power do you suspect this thing makes?
We don't know. Actually, we're going to be dynoing it next week. I know with the APR Stage 2 on the website, it's 390 to the wheels just with Stage 2. We don't know with the 85.
I think it's pretty good. I think 400 wheel is a reasonable estimate.
Yeah.
Wow, that shifter is short. And with the flywheel, you said it's got a Lightened Flywheel, right?
Yeah.
So when you go to blip the throttle for downshifts, it really revs up quick.
Mm-hmm.
That is a noticeable difference over the stock one for sure.
Yeah, because when we first did the E85 tune, well, my stock clutch was going out anyways, but just with the extra power, it wasn't handling too well. So I just decided if I'm going to get an upgraded clutch, just go all in.
It's amazing how fast it revs when you go to blip it. That's impressive. It's not... This thing is like... Audis always feel more like highway cars than canyon cars. But... Oh, the suspension's dialed in nicely, though. It feels planted without beating you up and doesn't rub.
Mm-hmm.
Not rubbing. That's important. I have decided after our recent run of rubbing cars that if people bring me rubbing cars, I'm just gonna shit on them because there's no reason a car should rub. Look, this car right here it's got a nice stance, nice and low. What size are your wheels?
19s.
And what kind of wheels are those? They're nice.
They're AG wheels.
They look good.
Yeah, thanks. We actually, when I did do the wheels, I made sure I didn't want to run spacers on them, so I got them customly made.
Oh, nice.
To fit perfect and stick out perfect. So
custom wheels are expensive, but usually worth the money.
Yeah, and I had to wait an extra month too.
Yeah.
But I think it was just more beneficial than running spacers on the car.
This car it's geared very short. You you're going to end up, you use fifth, I think, more than in other cars because it's just got really, really short gearing. But it pulls good from, let's call it, freeway speeds. This is a nice car.
Oh,
has it been reliable?
Oh yeah, I had no problems with it ever since I've owned it. So I make sure I do the maintenance and stuff all the time. So
this is very good. It doesn't, it doesn't have. It's a bad comparison because I was just driving the BMW M4 up until yesterday. It doesn't quite have the M4 steering. And it doesn't quite have the immediacy of turn-in with that car, but considering the price difference between a lightly used S4 and a brand new M4, it gets there. Dude, this is a good road too, isn't it?
It's
very nice.
Nice and smooth.
Good early morning road, nobody up here. And I like your short shifter plus flywheel combo. That's good. That makes me feel like I'm like rev matching a race car. It's sweet.
Yeah, because when I got this car, it was the Stasis edition.
Oh yeah.
So
it already had some stuff done to it.
But I wasn't happy with it. It had 20s on it with only springs on it.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to be modding a car, I want to do it right.
Well, and if you do springs without dampers, like you might get lucky if the car comes with real good dampers. We'll flip around here. But more times than not, it's better if you just do the whole thing. See, how's the turning radius? Hey, it's not so bad. Not a bad turning radius. This clutch does take a little getting used to.
Yeah.
But the pedal's light. It's not like a heavy race clutch or anything. It's just, I don't know, a little grabby.
That's one thing I loved about this clutch.
Who makes this clutch?
Eurocode.
Where's Eurocode? I've never heard of them.
They're in Torrance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, they're right here.
They mostly do Audis and Volkswagen tuning.
Yeah.
And performance.
I haven't heard of them before, but the parts on this seem to be working.
Yeah, they manufacture all the parts in-house.
Oh, cool. Am I getting a little like rumbly from the exhaust? Is that some popping back there?
Yeah, I've been having issues with that exhaust. Is actually was going to get.
Oh, is it not supposed to do that? It sounds good.
Well, the company that makes the exhaust was Thermal for Stasis. So I know that had issues with the little rumbling and then the droning a little bit
well, it doesn't
in the
drone.
cab.
Does it?
It did, because when I got the exhaust, it had cones inside the exhaust, so I took out the cones, which actually helped with the droning. But I was actually trying to swap it out before I did the filming, but I just didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
I wanted to get the suspension more dialed in.
Maybe at highway speeds it'll drone, but we're up high RPM today, so it's good. Dude, this car drives very predictably. It's comfortable. It's pretty quick. It's nice. It's not a power monster. Like the M4 I just was driving made like 450 wheel, and it would show this thing its taillights. But that's also with a dual clutch gearbox. But with the old, I don't know. 400 wheel seems right. It's definitely possible. What is the red line at?
77,000 or 75.
The stock one is 7. I wonder if it's been raised at all. But I'm glad to see that these. I was worried that these supercharged 6s might not be as like modifiable as their older turbo engines and stuff. But it seems like people are getting it done with these things.
Yeah, there's a lot you can do with it. It's just costly with these engines. Also have an intake on it too, but
you don't get blower whine. Wow, that is quick. You don't get blower whine until you cross like 5,500 RPM.
Yeah.
It's a nice little bonus though.
Well, with the intake, I've tried multiple intakes on it. I tried an open intake, but I was getting too much heat soak after driving for 20 minutes and stuff like that. So I went with the Eurocode actually intake on it, where it's just a bigger silicone hose, and with just a better filter. And to me, it just seems more beneficial. beneficial with it, just running with the stock box without the open box. I was just getting way too much heat.
Yeah,
soak,
no, open intake is probably not the way to go.
Yeah.
They do a lot with stock intakes these days. I mean, you can take out, like, the resonator and get a little more sound out of it, but, like, usually the intake, maybe the filter itself, but the intake design is usually not anywhere near the most restrictive part of the car.
Yeah, also, too, there's a little portion of the stock box where you're able to cut a hole out of. It's just a little hole, so you can get a little bit more air through.
Huh.
So, which I just...
I didn't know that.
Out.
Just a little Dremel action.
Yeah, so you just get a little bit more whine.
And with the 85, you know, I'm not a fan of the 85 just because every time we film a car that has the 85, it races through fuel, and then we're never anywhere near somewhere to get more.
Yeah, with this car, it hasn't been too bad. I went to Vegas on the E85.
Really? Were you able to get it on the way there and back?
My car was a death trap. I had like gallons of E85.
Yeah, okay. So that's, you now confirm that, yeah, if you want E85, the power's great, except you have to add 100 pounds of fuel to your trunk.
Because also, too, I upgraded the fuel lines on here, too, because of just the E85, like you said, it just takes more fuel when you get the gas. So... updated the fuel line system in here too.
I mean, I drive a lot of E85 cars, and like the power's great, like sure, but every single one of them has a spare can in their trunk, which is not something you ever have to deal with.
Well, luckily where I live too, there's an E85 station everywhere, so
that helps.
It's kind of.
There's none of them in LA. It's easier for me to get race gas than it is to get
Yeah,
E85.
I've noticed in LA there's not that many, but in Orange County there's at least, I have the app on my cell phone.
Oh, is there an E85 app? That probably helps.
Yeah, so I kind of, so when I do trips, I kind of plan it out and map it out.
Oh, well, this is a well-sorted car. Thank you, Sean. This is an impressive little build here.
Thanks.
And this is your daily driver and everything, right?
No.
Oh, it's not the daily?
No, because I work so far.
I
have a 2001 Volkswagen station wagon, soccer mom car.
Nice.
That I just beat the crap out of.
Oh, it's a fun yet practical weekend car. I appreciate it. Thanks. Check out the individual parts used in Sean's build on his wheel well page. And, yeah, if you have one of these S4s, this is a nice combination of mods. You haven't ruined it, and it goes faster and feels better than before. Well done, sir.
Thank you.
See you guys next time.